Hey guys, welcome back. A little over 3 years ago, we made a video about how we were using a steam mop to clean our hardwood floors and how, despite the fact that it was against most Google advice, our floors were turning out completely fine and ended up completely undamaged. Not only were we experiencing no damage from a steam mop on hardwood floors, but dozens, if not hundreds of other people were saying that they were doing the same thing with no adverse effects either. We have since moved, and in our new house, we have 100% laminate flooring. So of course, that begs the question, what happens if you use a steam mop on laminate flooring? As always, I'm no expert. I'm just telling what we do and what we notice. We use pretty much the same process for using a steam mop on the laminate flooring that we used on the hardwood floors. First, I try and give it a good vacuum, and then I go ahead and use a steam mop. I have been using this same kind of steam mop for over 5 years now. I don't even think I stick with vacuums that long, so I linked it for you below. We still absolutely love it. Bissell is not sponsoring this video. I really do love it. We do implement some common sense measures like making sure a reasonable steam level is being used. Laminate flooring has quite the reputation for being damaged by water. So according to lots of Google articles, steam should be that much worse because supposedly it gets through the cracks more easily than water does. Well, I have a little spoiler alert. We've been doing this for a while and we still don't notice any damage. Now, I will tell you, we haven't been in this house for super long, not as long as our other house yet, but we did have laminate flooring in our second story at our old house, and actually we were using the steam mop on that consistently and never noticed any damage there either. There were actually quite a few comments from other people saying that they did the same thing as us with laminate flooring and don't have any issues too. So if you came here for a video about danger, and all sorts of rules, that's not what this is going to be. One thing I have learned since making that last video, we do keep spare covers for the steam mop, which I will link for you below, but I love to use it so much that I don't always run them through the laundry machine quite as fast as I like to mop the floors. That's not because I'm mopping floors a lot, it's just because I don't do a lot of laundry these days. So in order to prevent the pad from becoming stained, one thing that I like to do while I'm mopping, if I go over some really dirty areas and I'm seeing that the cover is dirty, I actually started just taking it over to the sink, rinsing it under some hot water, and then using some dish soap, which may be a horrible idea. I don't know. Not saying that you should do it, but I do like to do that to get the dirt off. And as you can see, the water is running nice and clear again. So if I don't have other covers or they're all in the dirty laundry, this is just what I do. Ever since I started doing this, I've also noticed that the covers don't stain brown as easily. So sometimes they would go through the wash and they would come out clean, but they would still be kind of stained, yucky looking. So this keeps everything looking cleaner too. Now, I didn't vacuum this area before I started steam mopping. As you can see, there's kind of little crumblies being pushed around. So I had to come back and vacuum those up. But you can see that the steam not only kills a bunch of germs, but it evaporates really quickly. Now here's something that's really cool. Even though a bunch of Google articles told me that never ever should a steam mop be used on laminate flooring, I actually looked up the care information for our specific flooring, and it did tell me that actually a residential steam mop can be used safely on these floors, which is pretty cool. The Bissell steam mop had always said that kind of thing, but it's cool to see the flooring company coming around a little bit and seeing that residential steam mops are really not the same as the major big commercial ones that I think maybe have caused a bunch of the fear in the first place. As you can see, it does a really good job cleaning the grime off the floors. If you didn't see that other video, we love to use a steam mop because it kills the germs without adding a bunch of kind of chemicals and without needing a detergent. It really is about heat. So that being said, I can totally see why people would be apprehensive about using it on laminate flooring. In fact, I would say don't use it unless your laminate flooring says you can. Again, we did use it on our old laminate flooring and everything was fine, but because of the heat, it could definitely be possible that the veneer would separate from the plank itself. So that's why you have to be really careful and you have to kind of do it at your own risk. Another thing I learned is for sure the water has to be purified or distilled. I just use the reverse osmosis water in our house so that it doesn't clog the machine, but those minerals can definitely clog up that steam mop. Finally, the last thing I'll say is that it is so important not to let it sit in one place for a long time. You'll notice that every single time I turn it off, I immediately pick it up from the ground and I make sure that it doesn't have direct contact with the floor. That is because even though it's unplugged, even though it's off, there is still residual steam working its way out. If I were to just stand it up and leave it there, there's a good chance that I could damage the floors, and I have heard of people damaging their floors by leaving the steam mop in one place for too long. Here's kind of a very close-up view. We've been doing this for quite a while. There is no buckling, there is no peeling. These floors are doing just fine, just like they did in the past, but also just like the directions say that they will do. So there you have it. I had lots of questions regarding, even though the steam mop seemed to do okay on the hardwood floors, how does it do on laminate floors? We absolutely love it on the laminate floors, and we're definitely going to keep using it unless we notice something change. As always, I'll pin a comment below and update you guys if we do notice damage or changes in the future that cause us to not want to use it anymore. But if I didn't say that in the comments below, rest assured everything is still most likely going just fine for us over here. If you have used the steam mop on hardwood floors or laminate floors, or of course LVP, which is probably a total rock star, we would love to hear from you in the comments below. As always, we are just one data point with one set of circumstances, so we love to hear from other people. The last one got a bunch of comments, even from professional cleaners saying they do the same thing with no issues, and just a lot of people kind of telling their story. So if you have any experience or expertise to offer there, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.